Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. That's going to be caught by C.J. Board. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Powell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Under pressure, they got him again. Quay Walker, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On play action, it's Murray. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Finding space at the 40. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 75 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Touchdown, Packers. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And a wrap is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. One last shot before the break. Howell. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground to about the 48-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on first down. They try and throw it, take a sack on second down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
Now Murray off play action. And it'll be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Back to throw, Howell. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. First down, Howell to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on second down. Howell, throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be brought down inside the 4-yard line. From the gun on third down, Howell. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Throwing on second down, Murray. This is caught by Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Back to Mixon on second down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Murray rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing now is Murray. Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Play action. Now it's Murray. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Thomas brings it in. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Howell. He'll get this complete to Bull. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Play fake. Murray. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there. To go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at these LA Chargers, champions of the AFC, making just their second Super Bowl appearance. And first, of course, since the move back to Los Angeles, and coincidentally, trying to be the second consecutive LA team to win a title.
And they are certainly hoping that this game works out better than their first Super Bowl appearance, a 23-point loss to San Francisco in Super Bowl 29.
Meanwhile, the Packers are back as they look to bring another Super Bowl title home to a place aptly named Titletown.
And they're looking for their fifth win, which would tie them with the Cowboys and 49ers for second all-time. They did last win it in 2011. That was Super Bowl 45. Aaron Rodgers leading them over the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you talk about titles, and you mentioned Titletown, they've won 13 championships overall when you count all the NFL titles prior to the Super Bowl era as well. So this is a town that's used to winning, and they expect to win this one as well.
Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's first and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They begin with a run by Mixon. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good. If he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
To throw is Murray. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Murray off play action. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On play action, it's Murray. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Herbert off of play action. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for
touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Makes the score Chargers 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Finding space at the 40. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Next the score, Chargers 21, Packers nothing. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 21-0 our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
Green.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brian, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And this is caught by Evans. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Murray now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And this is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Joe Mixon, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Touchdown, Chargers! So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep... Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 34. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10.
On first down, it's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. 22 yards there, a first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Herbert now. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Again, Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. DJ Chark from 10 yards out. And the Chargers are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Hopkins with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
The score, Chargers 42.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 42. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play fake, Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. Try. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. On is Hopkins now for the extra point.
The kick is good. Makes the score, Chargers 49, Packers 7. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
It's third down.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
Made at the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 60. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, so they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now it's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Herbert back to the air. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, they run with Mixon. They find some open field here. There he goes, left side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Joe Mixon with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Herbert's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
A 1-yard loss brings up 2nd and 16.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, LA! Terry McLaurin with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Chargers are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chargers 56. Packers 21. Dustin Hopkins to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi Trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Murray. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Mixon will score. Touchdown, Packers. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They'll get 34 yards there. Herbert He'll let this go for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Chark. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Herbert throwing again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Terry McLaurin, 32 yards. And the Chargers start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Hopkins with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. He'll go right back to Tunyon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle. Play action. Now it's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 37.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On first down, it's Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
Herbert running left off the option. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Packers pick it up. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Chargers 63. Packers 35.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Shotgun now for Murray. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And it's a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 21 yards. The Chargers first down.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now Murray
He's got to have this one. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And Shark calls it in. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, Justin Herbert. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. To the air again, Herbert. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The sack goes to Chris Barnes. And the Bolts have done it.